review them. So they've been sitting on my floor for way too long. So these first couple books I'm actually the most excited for. They're so like interesting and different. I found these excuse me, in a little store in a small town. The basement, oh my god, the basement, excuse me, of the store has like a huge used book area. And I found these down there. We were like down there for like 2 hours, and then I found this one book. It's called Operation Red Jericho by Joshua Mowell. It's Mowll. Interesting. So there's this one, and I also found the second book there. Look at how cool this one is. It's like fake leather and it has this, like this thing, and these aren't children's books. Like they're just so cool. 2005. Not sure when that one was. But yeah, I saw these notes, like, what? They just seem so cool. So this quote, it says, "This is like the Da Vinci Code meets Alex Rider in this adventure story of secret societies, scientific discoveries, and pirates." Like, what? excited to show you guys them. I just think they're so awesome. Okay. Okay, the next book I actually found at the same place that I got those, except this one isn't as cool. It's just a normal book. But it stood out because this is a more popular, like a popular author. This is Carrie. SoDo is back. This is written by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think she's best known for Daisy Jones and the Six. It's a very popular book. I have not read it yet. As well as Malibu Rising. The only book of hers that I have read is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is also popular. And I loved that book. It's a literary fiction. So good. I ate that book up. Oh, there's some hairs in here. Okay, good. Awesome. I don't love the cover of this one. I don't like when there's real people on the cover of my books. But yeah, it was at this thrift store. It's in really good condition, so I thought, why not? We have Praise for Seven Husbands, Daisy and Malibu. I have no idea what this one's about though, so let's find out. Okay, so Carrie SoDo is fierce, and her determination to win at any cost has not made her popular. But by the time she retires from tennis, she is the best player the world has ever seen. She has shattered every record and claimed 20 Grand Slam titles, and if you ask Carrie, she is entitled to every one. She sacrificed nearly everything to become the best, with her father, Javier, as her coach. A former champion himself, Javier has trained her since the age of 2. But 6 years after her retirement, Carrie finds herself sitting in the stands of the 1994 U.S. Open, watching her record be taken from her by a brutal, stunning player named Nikki Chan. At 37 years old, Carrie makes the monumental decision to come out of retirement and be coached by her father for one last year in an attempt to reclaim her record. Even if the sports media say they never liked the battle axe anyway, even if her body doesn't move as fast as it used to, and even if it means swallowing her pride to train with the man she once almost opened her heart to, Bo Huntley. Like her, he has something to prove before he gives up the game forever. In spite of it all, Carrie SoDo is back for one epic final season in this riveting and unforgettable novel. Taylor Jenkins Reid tells her most vulnerable, emotional story yet. I didn't realize that it was like tennis. Actually, now I kind of remember like a book talker saying that, but I completely forgot. Because nothing about this gives tennis, but that actually sounds really good. Like, it sounds different. I know nothing about tennis, but yeah, I will definitely read that one at some point. Okay, so the next few books are not from that same thrift store. A couple of these are actually from one of my mom's friends at work, because she reads a lot and like new books too, so she'll go out, buy a new book, read it, and then bring it to my mom's office for like someone to take. Like, she gives them away. Like, if you're gonna do that, why not just like go to the library or something, you know, if you're just gonna give away every book you read. But at the same time, my mom always sends me pictures of the books that she brings, and I let her know if I want them or not. And I've taken quite a few of them. So, in that sense, I'm totally fine with it. Heather, keep bringing the books. So, a couple of these are from her. This next one is, so technically So this is a thriller by Gilly McMillan. I've never read anything from them. I'm trying to think if I have a book by them. I don't think so. So this is The Long Weekend. This is 3 couples, 2 bodies, 1 secret. I love a good thriller murder mystery. Okay, let's read what this is about. In this pulse-pounding thriller from the New York Times best-selling author of What She Knew, The Nanny, a group of women traveled to the most remote place in England for a weekend escape, only to discover a startling note saying that one of their husbands will be killed before they return home. Ooh. Okay. Darkfell Barn is a perfectly isolated retreat, or so says its website, when Jane books a reservation to spend time with her friends. A quiet place far removed from the rest of the world is exactly what they need after the year they've had, and the women are eagerly awaiting their girls' night alone before their men arrive the next day. There's ex-army Jane, hardened and serious, but also damaged by all that she's seen. Ruth, the driven doctor and new mother who is battling demons of her own. And young Emily, just wed and insecure, the newest addition to this tight-knit band. Missing this year is newly widowed Eddie, who is the glue holding them together until her husband died suddenly. Everything looks so perfect, but what they hoped would be a relaxing break soon turns to horror. Upon arrival at Darkfell Barn, the women find a devastating note claiming one of their husbands will be murdered. And there are no phones, no cell service, no way at all to check on their men. Friendships fracture as the situation spins wildly out of control. This group has kept one another's secrets for far too long. That sounds good. Okay. Next isn't this like a newer one? This is from my mom's friend as well. 2022. Why do I feel like I've been seeing this recently, like as a new release? I don't know, maybe not. But this is by Lisa Jewell. Says the family remains. Their secrets refuse to stay buried. So she wrote Then She Was Gone, which I have and have read. That was an amazing book. Very emotional, depressing, but very good. She has one other one that I've read. The Paris Apartment. I've heard good things about that. I haven't read it yet. But I've read one other of hers. It's called, is it like Watching You? Something like that. It was pretty good. Okay, so yeah, from New York Times The family upstairs confirms that she is undoubtedly the queen of thrillers. Okay, The Family Upstairs. I've heard of that one. I'm not sure if I have it, but I feel like I need to read that one first now. It said standalone, but I still like, if there's one before, to read that one. But that sounds good too. I'm not sure exactly what what will be the thriller part in that, but it still sounds good. A last book that was Thrifted. Okay, so this is The Wrong Family. The Wrong Family. Written by Darren Fisher. A lifetime of deadly secrets all under one roof. Have you ever been wrong about someone? Juno was wrong about Winnie Crouch. Before moving in with the Crouch family, Juno thought Winnie and her husband Nigel had the perfect marriage, the perfect son, the perfect life. Only now that she's living in their beautiful house, she sees the cracks in the crumbling facade are too deep to ignore. Still, she isn't one to judge. After her grim diagnosis, the retired therapist simply wants a place to live out the rest of her days in peace. But that peace is shattered the day Juno overhears a chilling conversation between Winnie and Nigel. She shouldn't get involved. She really shouldn't. But this could be her chance to make a few things right, because if you thought Juno doesn't have a secret of her own, then you were wrong about her too. Ooh. Okay, that sounds Gucci. Cool. I love thrillers. They're so they're usually really easy and fast to get through. Oh, Colleen Hoover has a quote on this one. The wrong family is your new obsession. You've never read anything